Would you say that you've been passionate about Jizz from an early age?
I think that we need a song about Snoke's true, full identity.
Spoiler alert.
So, welcome back to Millennial Falcon. Today we're going to talk about music. So I brought a music man. I brought Darren Hayes from Savage Garden.
That sounds exotic.
Is that not how it's pronounced?
No, you made it sound better. When I think of Savage Garden, I just think of pests in a garden, so I don't like the name of the band. But
Did you name it?
yes.
Why? Okay.
Because we had
Today
three
we're
other
talking
names.
about music in Star Wars, and we're going to talk about music in Star Wars. And let's do that.
Okay, great.
Okay. Are you familiar with Star Wars?
Just a little bit. I'm obsessed, yes.
Oh, okay.
I auditioned for Revenge of the Sith, but I didn't really audition. It was at the height of Savage Garden. And the casting director was just looking through the script, and she just said, "I just don't see anything." And I went, "Okay." And she said, "Do you want a tour of the set?" And I went, "Yeah."
Yeah, oh
So
my
we toured the set.
gosh, what?
Yeah,
but
but-
the set's just a bunch of green screens.
I think I saw that set where Padme eats the floating pear.
Oh, that iconic scene.
Yes,
You got to
exactly.
be there.
I know. My favourite Star Wars song is the original Ewok celebration song at the end.
Really?
And we used to sing it. We used to go, "Num nuts, he got the num nuts up in your head, and num nuts everywhere."
My favorite Star Wars song
Okay.
is probably from the new Star Wars Connect dance-off game.
Oh, jeez.
They have that song where they changed the Jason Derulo song Solo so that it says Han Solo.
And then he just breaks
It
it
was
down.
great. I don't know why they cut that from the films.
It was better than Jedi Rocks, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, it was so good.
I do love Sice Noodles, so I love the original band.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm surprised you didn't say that one.
Sorry,
But-
it's really funky, and she's like the Tina Turner. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know.
Yes.
Listen, when I ask you these
Age
questions.
shaming me on my own
No, I'm age
millennial
shaming
themed
myself.
titled thing. It's just because I put it out there doesn't mean you get to pick it up off the metaphorical table and insult me with it.
Sorry.
Anyway, Sice Noodles.
Yes.
That actually is the name of a genre. It's called Jizz music. Were you familiar? That is literally what it's called. Get
No.
it? Because we can't call it jazz because it's space. Let's think of a good thing to call it. And George is like, we could call it Jizz. And then, like, it's George Lucas, so everyone's
Right.
like, yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
makes me uncomfortable, but from some of the stuff that I've seen and heard from Star Wars cosplay, it does make sense.
Yeah. More recently, they changed it to jazz, like somebody told them finally. I've made like a list for myself of the different genres that are in the
good.
movie, because I'm like, you know, what are the canonical music in Star Wars? Like, what do they actually listen to?
Big word.
So we've got Jizz. We've got jazz, because more recently it's jazz.
Yeah.
Obviously the bubble opera, and everyone's like dressed up, so you're meant to be like, oh, he's taking him to some like classy outing thing.
Yeah.
But then in my head, I'm like, it's like an arena show. So I was like, is this like their universe's Disney on Ice?
Maybe I always thought it looked like sea monkeys mating. You know what I mean? Like,
What's the Earth equivalent to watching seahorses mating in an arena? Cirque du Soleil. The answer is Cirque
Cirque
du
du Soleil or anything on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubble opera, which, by the way, we don't really know the musical style of that. We see
It
very
was
briefly.
whatever it was very classical. It sounded very ancient.
It
very,
did. Another genre is called jats.
Oh.
And it's from like a book, and like I tried to look it up to find supplementary information.
Jats?
Jats, J-A-T-Z.
So that's a biscuit in Australia. Well, not a biscuit, it's a
God.
cracker. It's called
Well,
Jats.
that makes sense, because
Jats
all I found
crackers.
about it was that it was in a cantina and it was smooth. So maybe it's just a really smooth biscuit.
Jats. I don't know. It kind of sounds like a. I don't know.
It sounds like jazz, let's be real.
Yeah, but like.
Is everything jazz?
I hope not.
Jazz, jizz, and jats.
Well, jizz is more.
Smooth sounds like jazz.
It does, but
It sounds like it's
But
jazz
jizz-
again. And it's also in a cantina.
jizz is more James Brown. It's more soulful. Jizz is fine.
So
you
it's
know?
like the different types of jazz. Like you have like swinging New Orleans jazz, and you have
Yeah.
like, you know, soothing, like smooth jazz.
I don't know any of those genres. I only like the kind that they play in New Orleans Square in Disneyland. That's the only.
What?
That's it.
Okay, get ready for the next genre.
Okay.
Finally, a departure. We have quaint jazz.
Why is everything jazz?
I know!
What? Are these real things?
I am not making this up. We have
Quaint
four kinds of jazz.
So is that the
Quaint
sort of stuff
jazz.
like? Because the stuff in Force Awakens, what's that thing like? They're playing like the banjo version of.
It's not a banjo.
Well, it sounds like a space banjo.
It's not.
Okay.
We don't hear a lot of actual music in the movie. which has kind of made me wonder if the characters can hear John Williams' score. Because, you know, you're hearing his score at some points that are like fourth wall breaking, like the Medal of Yavin ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, is like Anakin and Padme's wedding eerily silent.
Or that thing at the end of the Phantom Menace with the glow ball presentation.
Yeah, the chanting. That was a great song.
And the drums,
Yeah.
the taiko drums.
I think that there were children in the audience singing it flash mob style. It makes me wonder if they can hear it, or like, we don't see the physical presence of a boombox to make it clear that it's playing, but then
Yeah.
I think droids everywhere. Of course you'd be able to see 3PO with a boombox in his
Yeah,
chest cavity.
he'd be like Sonus or something. He'd
Yeah.
be some sort of broadcastable
Yeah, obviously.
audio. I've always thought if the music was breaking the fourth wall, it would kind of ruin the surprise of stuff like Darth Vader or Kylo Ren. Like if you were just walking along and you heard bum 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 bum,
Yeah.
you'd be like, some shit's going down.
Yeah, you'd be like, what's that? And then you'd be like, oh, the shuttle's landing. I can't believe I didn't hear that first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But if you were in the prequels, you'd hear that kind of music and you'd think it was something significant, but it was just some really
You would.
awfully designed spaceship.
Well, it's like you said, the bubble opera music's happening in universe, apparently. So Anakin's sitting there like, this is some ominous music happening while I'm talking to this mentor of mine who's a good guy.
Yeah.
Or like when you go in to meet Snoke and you hear roar the whole time.
And he just turns around and he's like, he stops it. He's like,
you hear it awkwardly clip and loop when it reaches the end of the
sorry,
track.
Janine.
Yeah.
You need to. Is this on a loop? Can you just? Sorry, this is.
Yep.
It's just between me
They
and.
put some elevator music on,
Yeah.
or as they call it, jazz. If you could make any Earth song canonically exist in Star Wars, what would you choose?
When Han Solo dies, Kylo Ren would be singing this Peter Cetera song. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. You don't know. You can Google it later on.
Okay. I would pick the Green Acres theme song, where they're just singing about their circumstances. And it would like play on the radio in the Star Wars universe. It would be totally divorced from the concept of the show.
Right.
It would just be like, that's what popular music is like sitcom themes that explicitly explain the premise of the show. It'll even have like the announcer like, starring so-and-so.
I like it.
But that's part of the song. It's like dropping the bass for them.
It's like
Yeah.
a bass drum. The other thing I would like in is any Prince, because I think that Cy Snoodles and that music is very Prince.
I think this is enough talking about music, and it's time to make some music. Oh, whoa! As if by magic, it's guitarist Matt Cartsonis.
This is incredible.
How'd you get here?
Transported from another dimension.
Okay,
I'm glad
that sounds
to be
Star
here.
Wars. Let's make some Star Wars music.
I'm into it.
Who needs a song the most?
Well, you were talking about obscure. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Unkar Plutt needs a song.
Oh God, please, yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be called "That's Mine."
Okay. He's a junk dealer.
He's a junk dealer.
Junk dealer. He's a big, chubby guy that hoards portions. Yeah.
I woke up this morning and I needed 3 portions. That girl came in with the robot and I needed it more. Sometimes I wish that Lay would let me look like Simon Pegg, but they put me in a fat suit and I kind of deserved it. Hey, that's mine! That droid, that thing, that Millennium Falcon is mine! She's just a junk dealer, and I'm gonna go and just try to get it back from Maz Kanata. I could demand a Leia. That's another language. And then Ola Ray fell in the pit. That's all I've got.
That was great.
Thank you.
I'm gonna applaud. Oh, I hear ghosts applauding
Thank you.
too.
Oh my God. Thanks. Oh my God.
We're
surrounded.
haunted. We're haunted.
Oh my God.
I always think Ponda Baba, but in my head, he already has a song and it's just Jungle Boogie, but with his name instead of Jungle Boogie.
How do you pronounce his name?
Ponda Baba is the guy that gets his hand cut off in the cantina.
Ponda Baba. Okay. Something sensitive. I was just sitting, drinking a blue milk. I saw a Jedi, someone I'd like to be like. When he approached me, I tried to say something nice. But he cut off my arm and nobody put it on ice. Oh, Punda Baba.
That's his name.
His name is now canonical because that's something you said before. It's a fancy word that means I get an action figure. Does he get an action figure?
They called him Walrus Face.
Walrus
but yeah,
Face.
Poor guy.
That's it. I think we're good.
Can't catch a break.
I'm Punda Baba. I don't like droids, but I'd protected myself from space hemorrhoids by being aggressive and sharing my feelings. But Obi-Wan Kenobi gave me an ass remain. Thank you. Thanks, man.
Okay, BB-8.
Oh, I love this.
He needs a song most of all. You can
this
just beat
matters.
the words if you want, that's fine.
I'm trying to do just things here and Thanks, guys.
That was
That was
beautiful,
great.
It
man.
was good. He's my favorite
That was
character.
good. Me too.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with
Nobody
him.
knows that about me.
I think I'm getting it.
I'm telling them now for the first time.
Cool.
These are really good at communicating like the characters' intentions and their emotion. It's
Just
like
put
a
Jesus,
musical
now I get
theater
it.
vibe. I think what we need though is like an informative song. And I know there's one big question on every fan's mind. So I think that we need a song about Snoke's true full identity. And
So
the name of the song is Snoke's True Full Identity.
Spoiler alert.
Yes, and that's part of the title too. It's parenthetical. Spoiler.
This is good.
Yes.
It's very Metallica.
Yes.
People think I'm just some random devil or some ancient Sith. Some people think I was the Emperor Palpatine who fell down that fiery pit. Some people think I'm Luke Skywalker who turned to the dark side. But secretly, I'm BB-8. Inside, there's a part of me that wants to reveal my true identity, but I can't. If I wasn't explicit enough, I am BB-8.
No.
BB-8 has my soul inside him.
No.
There is a button you can press on BB-8. A little thing will slide out. Instead of the plans to Luke Skywalker as my actual soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
They'd have to destroy BB-8.
Well, yeah.
I didn't like that song.
No? Okay. So that's fine. I mean, hey, you know what? You have hits and misses.
That's my note. I didn't like that
Okay,
song.
she didn't like it.
Didn't like it.
I quit.
I don't know why
You
I
need my
asked
everything.
for that. So since Star Wars has like 8,000 different types of jazz, it reminded me of another movie that kept talking about jazz that everybody liked for some reason called La La Land.
Oh, I thought you meant all
And-
that jazz, but that's...
No, there's this beautiful scene where Ryan Gosling explains jazz, and I just felt like it would be the best service if we could explain Jizz music with that amount of passion
Yeah.
for all of our viewers.
Okay.
Could you explain it to me? How familiar are you with Jizz?
Listen,
Okay.
Jizz was born in a little flop house on Tatooine. And just because people are crammed in there, they spoke like 5 different languages, okay? They couldn't talk to each other. The only way they could communicate was with Jizz.
Yeah, but where I grew up, there was this station called KJizz 103. People would just put on that station when they had a cocktail party.
No.
And everyone would just sort of talk over it.
See, I know. See, I think that's part of the problem, you know? It's like, you can't hear it. You have to see it, you know? See what's at stake. I mean, look at frickin' Fragrant Dan and the modal notes. I mean, look at the Clue horn player right now. I mean, he hijacked the song, okay? He's off on his own trip, okay? And every one of these bits is composing, okay? They're rearranging, they're writing. And it's conflict. You know, Jizz is conflict, and it's new every single time. It's brand new. Every night it's very, very exciting.
Wow. You make it sound so beautiful. Will you come back and play Jizz again for me sometime?
You don't like Jizz?
I like Jizz because of you.
That touched me.
So I actually lied to you. I've spoken to other Jizz wailers before at Star Wars Celebration. It was a really long time ago. But I have a clip. Here it comes.
So I'm here with Max Rebo. He is the top dog of the Cantina band. So what kind of music do you play with your band?
It's called Jizz. Normally it's like jizz wailing, so that's what we play.
That's good. It's similar to jazz, right?
Yeah, in a way.
Like it's essentially the same thing, but with a much worse
Twist.
name.
A twist.
Yeah. Would you say that you've been passionate about Jizz from an early age? That's fantastic. What do you say to people that think that it should be called jazz now? Are you in favor of that? There's that new movement. You're okay with that? You'd be okay with calling it jazz? Wow, okay. Sounds like it's a pretty accepting demographic. That's very nice. Jizz Wailers, they're an all right crowd. Has the fame gotten to your head?
No, but the food has.
Okay, that's true. I wasn't going to say anything. I was actually wondering if you can even remove yourself from your musical keyboard, or if you're just like, you've just grown into it and live in it now.
Oh no, I can move and stuff, but I live for the music, so why would I?
Play it, boys! Some smooth jizz, you guys. That was great.
What a great clip. Well, thanks for coming, you guys.
You know what?
I'm done with you.
Yeah, we were gonna go like 20 minutes ago.
Yes, you may go.
Now?
Yes.
This is awkward.
Thank you. So now it's time to air your general grievances. I pulled some wonderful comments from the comment section. Our first one is from Lemon Goat. I already like the name, it's a good sign. It says, good grief, get a real man in here. I got a comment that's not insulting me. It's insulting my guests. Thank you, I'll try. Okay, next comment. Gyro Splatter said, very cool. Well, thank you very much. A lot of people have been leaving that comment. I guess everyone just thinks it's really cool. Thank you. Our last comment is from Rachel Purple Ninja, who says, I hope she has sexy feet, _ a quote from my bro. So, is it like his yearbook quote or something? I don't know. I get a lot of foot comments. So isn't that kind of show, you guys? But I guess whatever gets ratings. I'll be barefoot next time for sure. We didn't pre-tape it. I know that I'm barefoot and it's gonna happen. Tune in next week. That's how we get views. All right, thanks for your nice comments. Leave more nice comments down below where it says comments. You can click it and type a comment. Thanks, you guys. Always very kind and helpful. Thanks for watching. It's been a good week. See you next week. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yep.
Thanks for watching. Click these boxes to watch more Screen Junkies news and click the logo to subscribe.